All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live, the morning edition here on this Tuesday morning. Yesterday, Glenn, Giants had another win in Arizona. How about that? Hayden Birdsong looked pretty good. Went 5 innings. I would say that he's kind of turned things around. Had some troubles there in the last few. Well, actually, his last few haven't been too bad, but there in a while, was it maybe about 4 weeks ago or so? Or I should say the last 4 starts prior to the last couple were pretty rocky, but it looks like he's turned some things around. He still has that velocity. He's always had the velocity, but it looks like he's turned things around. It was good to see. And of course, Matt Chapman, Michael Conforto were the heroes of the game. It's nice to see.
Yeah, Birdsong by no stretch of the imagination was he was he a world beater last night. 5 innings, 4 hits, gave up a couple of runs. It's better than he has been lately. He struck out 6. I thought the bullpen was pretty good. Bivens, Miller, Duvall, Walker, they all pitched well. Miller, a couple of hits, but nothing really to worry about there. 6-3 victory. I mentioned on our show last night, Giant Sports Talk Live, the Monday edition, that I'm a little perplexed on how the Giants are putting together their roster. We had Ramos in the leadoff spot. Encarnacion batting second. I don't know. I just scratched my head. I don't know. Can't make rhyme to reason of what goes on in this organization, both on the field and off.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Don't understand it either.
Hey, maybe it's me. We were in our chat last night and nobody seemed to have a beef with it, but I just don't understand why there's no consistency in this batting lineup.
I think it's because we're here the last 5-6 games, and it's just no one cares now. I'm just happy to see Encarnacion in the lineup.
Oh, so am I.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not gonna complain too loudly because we've been advocating to see a little bit more of him. He made some solid contact too, so it was nice.
He's contributing every game. He had a hit last night. He had 5 at-bats, had a hit, but he scored a run, and he had a run batted in. He's batting .257. I just like what I see from him. Michael Conforto's been hot this week. Maybe too little. Doesn't matter. He's got to be on his game in the final month, obviously, to perhaps sell his wares elsewhere.
Exactly. Boosting his stock. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, what's going on in Major League Baseball today? We didn't have much. We didn't much on the scoreboard yesterday, so
had nothing to talk about. Nothing. We got a lot more games here, and the first game is going to be a key one. You got the Tampa Bay Rays in Detroit. It's going to be an early morning. I shouldn't say early, but it's a morning game, only a few hours away. But Detroit Tigers, they're in the thick of it. They're tied with who are they tied with? Kansas City for that second wild card. So we'll see what happens. But look who's going on the mound for Detroit. You got Tariq Skubal, their ace. Well, even more than an ace, he's going to be probably the American League Cy Young Award winner, going up against Ryan Pepio for the Rays. Looking good for Detroit, so maybe they can add on to some more wins with their ace taking them out.
That's a big game for the Detroit Tigers, obviously, with Skubal going, because Kansas City's in Washington. We'll touch on that in a minute. And Minnesota is playing Miami. Ooh. So obviously pressure's on both Kansas City and Detroit over there in that wild card. All right, Chicago's in Philadelphia to get the afternoon games underway. Justin Steele and Tanner Banks, Justin Steele. Philadelphia clinched the division yesterday, so the game really means nothing. Chicago's done. Philadelphia's getting ready. They're just getting warmed up.
They are, absolutely. Good point. Cincinnati Reds will be at Cleveland playing the Guardians. Jacob Junis, former Giant, taking the ball for the Reds. And pitching for the Cleveland Guardians will be Tanner Bibby. Cleveland, I think they haven't clinched yet, have they? I don't think they've clinched their division yet. They got to be getting close to clinching their division, though.
Only 5 games for a lot of teams left. So
so it should be here fairly soon. But that's what's going on in Cleveland.
All right, Milwaukee's in Pittsburgh. Not really important. Milwaukee looks for their 90th win of the year up against the Pirates. Tobias Myers and Bailey Falter. Now, the big one we were talking about a minute ago.
Yes.
Going in Washington.
Yes, that's going to be a big one for Kansas City. Again, just like with Detroit, they're in the thick of it. They got Cole Ragans going for Kansas City, going up with Mitchell Parker, taking the ball for the Nationals. You would think Kansas City should be able to do some damage against Washington, but again, with some of these teams like Miami and Washington, they could play spoilers. So let's see what Kansas City could do. This is the time where you really got to step up. Hey, this is it, man. This is your, for most of these teams, it's the beginning of a 3-game series. So and this is going to be the last 2 series of the season. So they gotta, hey, strap it on and let's go, man. If you want to get into postseason, you're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, and like I said earlier in the program when we were looking at this, you got Tampa Bay and Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Detroit goes with their ace. They got to be feeling a little bit of pressure now.
Yes.
Kansas City and Washington. Meanwhile, Miami is playing Minnesota. I would have to say that Kansas City and Minnesota are the favorites today.
Yes.
Detroit's got to win this one with their ace going. All right, what else we got here? Baltimore's at New York. Dean Kramer, Clark Schmidt. Baltimore's been faltering as of late, but the Yankees are who they are. That game's on TBS. I might catch a piece of that one before we go on with Giant Sports Talk Live, and we catch a bit of Giants baseball tonight, looking for 5 in a row.
Absolutely. And then in Toronto, you got the Boston Red Sox in Toronto playing the Blue Jays. For the Red Sox, you got Brian Bello starting for the Red Sox. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, the starting pitcher will be Bowden Francis. He's taken a couple of no-hitters pretty deep these last during this season. Let's see if he could do it again here against the Red Sox.
New York and Atlanta. You ever heard the old term when you're in Vegas? All the chips are on the table.
Yeah, buddy.
Atlanta, they've got to win. They've got, in my opinion, they've got a sweep. It's New York and Atlanta, Severino and Schwellenbach. One of these years I'm going to get by next spring training. I'll have his name down crystal clear. The Mets in Atlanta, and that one is shaping up to be a dandy series as the Atlanta Braves, I believe now, are 2 games behind New York in the chase for a wild card spot. We'll check the official standings, but according to my notes, 2 games out, less than a week to go. They're playing the team they got to catch. This is where you want to be. Hey, you want to be in this position. You want to have a chance. Atlanta's got it. They got to win this.
The fate is in their hands. If New York wins the series, I think Atlanta's done.
Oh, it's over.
Right. It's over.
It's over with done. 3 games left. Yep.
Yeah. Forget about it. Look at this.
We even want to go to
this game. Look, forget about it. I'm going to Miami, Minnesota.
Because you can't say the pitcher's name. That's why.
I can say. I get that one all the time.
I know you do. You've said it 6 times in 6 different ways. So I was just curious what you were going to say today. All right, let's move on.
Bad matchup. Goodness. Anyways, Miami Marlins again going up to the Minnesota Twins. Again, if the Minnesota Twins want to make some inroads, this is the team to play. Miami isn't all that good, but you can't rest on your laurels. You still got to go out there and you got to play. You got Ryan Weathers going for Miami. You got Bailey Ober going for the Twins. Again, they're going to be looking at what's happening in Washington. They're going to be looking at what's happening in, what was that up here in Tampa Bay. So, yeah, Minnesota, they're scoreboard watching. It is so close, which makes it exciting. This time of the year, when you got a race like this, that's what makes baseball exciting, just before the playoffs begin.
A lot of people are going by the matchups, Miami, Minnesota, and they're favoring actually one of the very highly viewed programs on the platform known as YouTube. Jim Riley, he's got Minnesota making the postseason.
Does he?
And he has them based on this series alone. He goes, they should sweep Miami, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, Seattle's at Houston, Logan Gilbert, Framber Valdez. Yesterday, Seattle put all kinds of offense on the board. Houston, you never know what you're going to get. I think they'll be around postseason, so I don't think they really care.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Seattle's only a game and a half behind as well, right behind the damn Minnesota Twins. So
it's a big game for Seattle then.
It is. It is a big game. And they got Logan Gilbert going. He's a good pitcher. Again, Houston's got their ace going too, Framber Valdez.
Wouldn't that be something? Seattle
come out of nowhere. That would be something, huh? Or if they tie, depending if there's a tiebreaker, they may have to have a playoff, a 1-game playoff or something. That would just be awesome. That would be awesome for baseball.
Be a great Monday night on Giant Sports Talk Live. Not that it isn't every night, but what do we got going? Oh, St. Louis, Colorado next.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Michael McGreevy with Brian Feltner in Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Texas
we've already
is
talked
in
about
Oakland. Oh, you want to take that one?
Sure. Texas and Oakland. Well, again, that's not. Nathan Eovaldi taking the ball for Texas, and the starting pitcher for Oakland is going to be Mitch Spence in Oakland. This is the last series in Oakland, correct?
Yes, it is.
We read good old John Fisher's letter to the fans last night.
And there's a whole lot of malarkey, if you ask me.
Malarkey. That's good. Yes.
It's one of my dad's old words.
Oh, and here is the game of the week right here. I should say this is the series of the week.
You know what? You and I will be able to hit up the dots tonight. You can follow along the play-by-play with us on Giant Sports Talk Live following Giants baseball tonight. That one should be late in the game. San Diego at L.A. Michael King, Landon Knack. Knack's not pitching bad. Michael King, give you some solid innings. This is a series where if San Diego can get hot right now in L.A. and win 3, we got a brand new ball game, so to speak. Heading into
that's going to be.
Even though
I want to see San Diego win for the simple. I want to see them knock LA off the top of the NL West. That would be fantastic.
I can't see it happening. Can't see it.
Hey,
happening.
we didn't see the Giants going on this road trip either, right?
I say Los Angeles wins the division by 3.
They might.
All right. Want to take a quick peek at the standings?
Yeah, might as well, huh? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we got a couple of minutes left in the program this morning.
There we go.
And it is that time of the year where we're into the final 5-6 days. This is where it all counts. 6 games left for a lot of teams. Look at that. Look at that.
Baltimore in the number 1. And there you are. Kansas City and Tigers tied for that second. Minnesota Twins.
Seattle.
1 game out. Wow. Mariners 1.5 game out. So a lot can happen here. Only 2 series left. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Woo. Well, let's look over here. Last 10. Baltimore is on the skids. Kansas City in the skids. Detroit playing good. Twins hitting the skids. Mariners playing good baseball. Going to be interesting, man. It's going to be very, very interesting.
You think it's interesting there? Look at the National League. We've got the Mets holding on to second spot. Then you've got Arizona. You've got the Braves fighting it out. See, Arizona was up in second place. This is just talk about wild, talk about madness.
And this is why the Giants
got to win 5 in a row. They're trying to play spoiler tonight.
They could be. They could knock the. You know what?
Ooh.
If you think about this, to be honest with you, Braves might be getting some help from the Giants if the Giants can continue to beat the.
With Logan Webb on the hill tonight.
I know.
Goodness great. You know what? It's almost like playoff baseball already, isn't it?
It is, right? That's what it feels like.
It does. We're looking at every team who's playing who. This is great. It's like the season. The playoffs came a week early.
And as you state on your name there, can they win that magic number 5? First time they would do it this season if they win tomorrow.
The game tonight, Logan Webb. Can't wait.
Yep. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun.
So you and I will be on after final pitch. Be on around 9:30 tonight, and then we'll be able to follow along with that. I'm already excited about the Dodgers game with San Diego.
Yeah, because they start, what is that, about 30 minutes late? Yeah, they start 30 minutes later. So when we come on, it should be in the last inning, maybe somewhere right around there.
They get underway exact a half hour. We'll have about a half an hour, 20 minutes of baseball left.
And to be honest with you, if it's a blowout with the Giants game, I might have to switch over and watch that Dodgers Padres, depending
I'll be flipping
on how
around.
They're.
Tuesday night, nothing else going on. There's no way. I'll be watching some WNBA playoff games. That's my thing.
There you go.
But I'll be watching. I've got 3 TVs set up, 3 big screens. So I'll be like,
you're gonna be all over the place.
Bernice won't let me do that when I'm in our condo. So I'm taking advantage of it. She doesn't let me eat in bed. I'm not allowed a big screen in the bedroom. Not allowed 3 TVs on at once. I'm living it up.
There you go.
But I ain't staying in Winnipeg.
Well, there's a lot of stuff. Like you said, you like watching the WNBA playoffs. The baseball's all getting pretty intense because you're getting close to the end of the season. So yeah, I can understand why you want to have the TVs on.
Yeah, we got hockey season coming up. The Sharks played on Sunday night, so it's a good time of the year if you're a sports fan, and baseball playoffs are just a week away.
Yep, getting
coming
close.
Up tonight. Giant Sports Talk Live after the final pitch. I will see you then, 9:30 or so. Eric, have a great day, guys. Have a great day, gals. Have a great day, and I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight, guys. Woo!